Hey, what is good? What is good? What is good, beautiful people? Of course, you know who I is, the good Dr. Mike, back again, once again, with another classic Christmas time edition video for that ass today. You guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, take care of everything listed in the links in the description area below. Today, ladies and gentlemen, as the Christmas time approaches, yes, it is the most wonderful time of the year. Sometimes it is the worst time of the year, depending on how you look at it. But today I wanted to talk to you guys about a particular topic that tickled my fancy, something that really inspired me, something that I really wanted to deliver to you guys today. I wanted to talk to you real quick about when is the best time to go online shopping for your Filipina. I repeat, when is the best time to go online shopping for your Filipina? Now, many of us around the holiday season, we don't really like to go out to the malls very much. It's a lot of a waste of time, especially when you already know what you want. You can go online, check out Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart, all of your local online shops, whatever they may be. Get your little promo codes and stuff, get your little discounts and whatnot, and you could just have that stuff delivered right to your front door. This doesn't quite work for trying to purchase your online Filipina, but what I wanted to focus on in this particular topic is when is the best time to look or to try to chat up and try to, set up dates with Filipinas before getting to the Philippines. Now, a lot of people may agree, a lot of people may disagree, but I kind of feel like the best time to gauge or the best time out before actually landing in the Philippines to try to talk to and talk up Filipinas is roughly about a week to 2 weeks before you're supposed to get to the Philippines. Again, a lot of people may say if you're trying to look for something long term or something that somebody you could really talk to and hang out with, maybe they'll say, maybe a couple of months out. But for myself, if you're just looking for casual, dating and just getting around and getting to know people, I think a week and a half to about 2 weeks out before landing in the Philippines is a perfect time to go online shopping for your Filipina. And the reason that I say it is because it gives you just enough time for you to gauge the conversation, figure out if this is something that you really want. I kind of feel like if you set out months in advance, you kind of feel like you locking yourself in to that particular situation. Can you imagine, dedicating a lot of time and effort in chatting, even though we say don't put or invest a lot of your personal efforts into an online relationship because it may or may not work out. But when you're investing a lot of time and you're talking to somebody for months at a time, I kind of feel like you're overly invested at that time. So about 2 weeks gives you a fresh perspective. You're seeing things through a lens wherein you're not too clouded by, anything that she may have said in the past or anything that she may have said to try to convince you that she is the one or anything that she has said to convince you that, that she's the one that you need to go see. I don't want your judgment at all to be clouded. I want you to come through with a clear mind and a clear perspective. So, roughly 2 weeks out would probably be the perfect time to go online shopping for your Filipina. A lot of people will also tell you that, when you get to the Philippines, never settle for just one. Try to make sure that you have a couple of options. Again, when you go online shopping, they offer you different colors for different products. So sometimes you have to have different attitudes for different Filipinas. You got to find which one works for you. You know what I'm saying? With Filipinas, one size doesn't always fit all. You dig? And, sometimes one Filipina is not going to be able to fit the mold all the way of what you're looking for. But maybe they tick off just enough boxes. So kind of got to gauge the conversation and gauge what's happening to see if this is something worth pursuing when you actually touch down. Had a lot of guys asking me about Doc, where should I go on a first date? What should I do on a first date with a Filipina and all that stuff? I always tell you the truth, and I'll say it one more time. I've never lied to you, and I've kind of been consistent with this particular narrative. Whenever you're going on a date with a Filipina first time, you find your online shopping mate, somebody you could date in person. As long as you keep it cheap, you can't go wrong. All right? Because again, nothing is guaranteed. Just because you're going on a date with it doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to get you something. Okay? Remember that. Sometimes you might have to eat that money figuratively speaking, which means you might have to take that L, might have to take that loss. You might have to sit there and say, you know what? I thought it might have worked out, but unfortunately, she wasn't the one. Okay, what did I lose? A Jollibee meal? What's 100 pesos? You know, what's a couple hundred pesos? So, as long as you keep it cheap on the first date, you cannot go wrong. Another thing that I wanted to focus on when it comes to the online dating aspect for most gentlemen, and what I think you need to focus on when it comes to, going online shopping for your Filipina is never be fooled by the pictures. All right. I think that this is where a lot of guys really kind of mess up a little bit, or maybe they don't read between the lines, or they don't really take into consideration what's going on behind the scenes. A lot of guys are fixated with, the style of pictures that women post on their social media. And even if they're not catfishing, even if this is really their picture, they're really failing to, peek behind the lens of what's really going on. Of course, the sexier the picture, the more hits she's going to get. That's why she's posting sexy pictures, the bra and the panties, the bikini shots, the let me spread across the bed, lay sprawl out on the bed and shit. Get these foreigners wondering what it's gonna be like to lay with me. You understand? Stuff like that happens all the time. Peeking behind the lens. Unfortunately, with all due respect, I mean no disrespect when I say this, but most of those Filipinas come with the price. And for the most part, a lot of Filipinas do come with a price. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm just saying that you're going to have to shell out something. I mean, to think that you're going to get it for free is stupid. Whether you come out of pocket for it or whether you spend it on the date, however you see it, you're going to pay for it, or AKA you're going to trick for it. But for the ones that do post those scantily clad pictures, you can almost expect, A, she's got a lot of suitors. So if you're an ugly motherfucker like myself, she probably ain't gonna hit you back. All right. If you're anything like me, she's probably not gonna hit you back. You can shoot that message if you want to. You can shoot your shot. She may hit you back, but 9 times out of 10, she's not going to, because she's got probably a ton of thirsty dudes in the inbox already looking to accomplish that when they touch down. And they're probably putting the DP on it, aka the down payment, not the other DP that some of you dirty-minded people might think about. If you catch what I'm picking up, if you pick up what I'm putting down. But, there's already a couple of guys probably putting a down payment on it, like, yo, I'm trying to make sure I lock her down when I get there so that, when it's my time, it's my time. And interestingly enough, in the comment section, one of my subscribers or listeners, shout out to you, you know who you are, he often quotes that in the comment section. He'll say, a Filipina is never yours, it's just your turn, or something to that effect. And to an extent, I can't disagree with that. When it comes to certain girls at certain times, let's be honest, she'll never fully be yours. It will only just be your turn at that time. Like I said, that doesn't speak to all relationships that foreigners have with Filipinos, okay? That does not speak to all relationships that foreigners have with Filipinos. But for the majority, to an extent, she is only yours in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. That does not necessarily mean that she is yours for the long run. Especially in online settings. Not saying that it's impossible to find you something nice online. I'm just saying it's very hard. A lot of sifting, a lot of getting to the BS and cutting through all of it, and really seeing a girl for who she truly is. A lot of us, if you've been on the online dating scene, you can pretty much, smell the BS before it comes. But for the newbies, I think you're going to have a problem. So, in order for you to avoid all of this nonsense, like I said before, the best time to go online shopping for your Filipina, roughly about a week and a half to about 2 weeks out. If you feel like you need more time, don't stick to that time frame. Give yourself more time. I'm not saying that you have to stick to the time frame because the good doc tells you to. I'm just telling you that you should give yourself ample time necessary to figure out whether you want to meet this girl when you touch down or not. And I think 2 weeks is more than enough. 2 weeks of good chat time, FaceTime if you can, little Skype calls, whatever it is that it takes for you to feel comfortable enough to meet this young lady in person, so that you know that she is who she says that she is. Go for it, man. If it's a little bit more time needed, touch down. Let them know that you touched down. Figure out, a good meetup time and a place. and make it happen, Captain. But as far as going online shopping, I think you should give yourself 2 weeks out just before you touch down to the Philippines. That would be absolutely perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, has been fun, has been real, but it is time for the good doc to go. So with that being said, the good doc is officially out. Alis nako, paalam, which means I am going now. Bye bye. As always, love you guys. Mahal kita, mabuhay. Peace.